Hey folks, welcome back for more Let's Play the Pandora Directive. Here we are at day 9. Kind of amazing, isn't it? We're almost done. What day 9 is, we are inside a huge Mayan temple. The layout is pretty much a huge maze. Luckily for me, I've been able to scour and look around enough that I've gotten a crude map drawn that tells me where most of the key items I need are. Plus, it kind of tells me where all the rooms are. But this first room we're in, it's called a snake room, for obvious reasons. Let's take a look around.
There are designs in the paintings on the walls in here that look like pathways from some kind of map.
Did you get that, folks?
Symbol on the door looks like a snake. Must mean something. There's a small circle painted below the symbol.
Okay. Like I said, we are in the snake room. And let's focus a bit on that little dot, because it comes in very important later. You will understand more what I mean late. You will understand more what I mean when I reach the end of this temple. But all these rooms, well, there are 6 rooms we have to deal with, and 5 of them have a little dot underneath or off to the side or at the top of the symbol. We got to pay attention to where those dots are. So, the snake has a dot at the very bottom. We can keep looking around, but he's going to keep talking about how this is just a map.
This appears to be some sort of ceremonial altar.
Yes. Something else you may have noticed, we've ditched just about all of our inventory. The only thing we took with us is our money, which is useless, our jackknife, which we got almost at the very beginning of the game, the matchbox we got in Roswell, and the black dagger we had to trade at Rook's Pawn Shop. Those are the only things we need from outside the game to finish the game. And if you don't have these 3 items, you need to restore, because you cannot leave from here. Your travel option's gone. Remember, we're in South America, near the Andes Mountains. We are not able to get back to our home base. So anyway, as it's been pointed out pretty abundantly, this is a map room. To get the map, we've got to find these little pieces scattered around and reassemble them on that altar.
The shards spread around this chamber have designs painted on them and appear to be made of the same stone as that altar in the center of the room.
And that's your key. And there are 14 of these little pieces. Some of them are kind of out of the way.
The shards spread around this...
Yeah, we've read that already. I don't want to examine them all. That's 3, 4. One's up here. One's up on top of this thing somewhere. There it is.
Like some sort of monolith, covered with carved Mayan characters. I knew someday I'd regret not taking that conversational Mayan course in college.
That's 5. We need 9 more. 6. Let's get this while we're at it.
Piece of papyrus.
Excuse
From what
me,
I
folks.
understand, this is what people wrote on before they invented word processors.
Kind of. Sheesh. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can I get that one just easy? 9. 10, 11, 12. Some of them are camouflaged pretty well against these
My ex-wife would have loved a bench
little
like this.
bench
All
things or
style
whatever
and
they
no
are.
comfort.
I'm not sure what they are. They may be benches, but they don't look like they're made for sitting. They look like they're made for hiding. They look like they're made for, like, reading from instead of... Okay, where's that last one? Come on. There it is. That should be all 14 of them. Now, here, here. And now, once again, we have another little puzzle. Now that we have all 14 of these pieces that were scattered around, we take one, we use it. Let's see. Whoops, nope, I had that backwards. You have a minute and a half to do this one, which is kind of surprising, all things considered. This one's actually fairly easy compared to the rest. Like this one goes down here. And that one's done. See how easy that one is compared to the rest of them?
The design on the altar looks like a map.
And as a matter of fact, it is. This is one of the easiest ways to get a good map of the area. If you're fast enough with the if you're fast enough taking a screen cap, yeah. The way I did it was recorded video of me putting that together. Played the video, paused it, and I took a pretty good shot of the map. And you start, or we start at this little mark right here. The little compass cardinal direction compass there. So that's a pretty rough layout of what the place looks like. Now, the fun part here is now we get to explore this Mayan temple. And you may think that's dangerous. You may think that, there's death waiting around every corner. And in some cases, you might be right. But not this time. The only place that death really waits for you is in the rooms. So what we are going to do now is walk around and loot as much stuff as we can from the from the rooms. And get back up top here. But before we do that, I need to mention something. If you take a look at each door, you will notice that they have that is a moon symbol.
There's a moon symbol over this door. There's a black sun symbol over this door. There's a star symbol over this door. There's a sun symbol over this door.
Yes, and those, believe it or not, are used for directions inside these rooms. They have the same symbol over the same door in the same direction for every room. So if we just make the assumption that the star symbol is for north, then in every room we walk into, if you see a star symbol, that'll be the north exit. Same for the white sun, the moon, and the black sun. And also, one last thing, if you are playing this on game player mode, pay very close attention to the position of that little dot relative to the symbol. It's very important. But for now, we are going to walk out this door.
Symbol on the door looks like a snake.
Yeah. Because there is something right out front here. And notice how that says charcoal. I should have looked at it. But that is charcoal. And what can we do with charcoal? We can write with it. So let's do so. Good grief, I have a clogged throat now.
Using the charcoal and papyrus, I sketch out a map based on the design I assembled on the altar. I put an X where I'm pretty sure I came in.
Yeah. You can also use this to draw yourself a fairly rough map too. I like the other one though. I like the one I made. So, let's start. We need to get a few items from this area. We'll start by going straight up here. Now, when you can look at this, and there is absolutely nothing of note on just about any wall here whatsoever. Nowhere. Those empty holes may look like they're death traps, but for the most part, no. For the most part, you're generally safe when you're walking around here. Strange as it may seem. There it is. First, we need this.
Small stone bowl. Looks like it's in remarkably good condition.
Pretty much just due north and around the corner, north at the first intersection, north of the room, north at the first intersection, and follow the curves around, and you get that. I want to go this way first, don't I? Without smacking into the walls. Well, let's see. Haha. There's that. You remember the black dagger?
This dagger has the black sun symbol engraved on it. Must be important.
And this white dagger has the moon symbol engraved on it. Also, must be important. Sorry I didn't actually examine that before I scarfed it up, but there are several more of those daggers laying around here, and we will find them. And what do we have here? Looks like somebody who did not fare so well.
Unless I miss my guess, this is Oliver Edsen. Looks like he was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Indeed he was. Now, let's start looking around.
It's an ancient Coleman lantern. Wonder how long this thing's been here.
Oh, Oliver probably picked it up and took it with him.
These pieces of stone sure did a job on Edsen. Looks like Edsen's gun was damaged by one of the falling rocks.
He had a gun. Guns could be useful.
It's a handkerchief. A pair of thick lens glasses.
Yeah, he doesn't need any more. So let's take a look at all the stuff we
These
got.
frames aren't much good. The lenses might be useful.
Just possibly.
Man, the prescription on this lens is pretty strong. It's like the magnifying glass I used to burn ants with. This has got a pretty sharp edge on it.
That could be handy.
Looks like some dirt got jammed in the barrel. It's pretty much useless in this condition.
So, what do? We take the bullets out of it.
Without a functional firearm, these aren't worth much.
Oh, you never know. We examine the lantern, and while the lantern isn't much good to us, the lantern fuel is. Let's see, yeah. Ooh. This is running a little faster than I thought it would. Let's take a look at the rest of this stuff. Just a simple stone bowl or cup, and the white dagger. So we are off to a rollicking start in the Mayan temple, but I think this is a good time to cut the video. So, next time, more exploration. But until then, see everyone later. Take care, folks.